10 big secrets your dog knows about you. We all act a certain way in social situations to try to fit in, and that can be pretty difficult at times, especially when you find it hard to relate to others. Very few actually see the real, authentic you. One of the few that get to see the unfiltered, gorgeous you in all your glory is most likely your pet dog. And it does know a thing or two about you that no one else knows. To know the 10 big secrets your dog knows about you, keep watching. Number 10, whether you are a loving person or not. Dogs can tell whether someone is a friendly or evil person. Your canine may not understand your moral judgments, but it can detect certain emotions in you. With their keen observation, they can learn about your personality and nature. With certain behaviors, your dog can tell if you are a good human being or not. So there is nothing to hide in front of your dog because they already know so much about you. Number 9, when you dislike someone. Sure, dogs can sense our hormonal changes, and because of that, they can feel whether we like someone or not. According to studies, dogs notice individuals who are rude to their owners in any manner and will keep a grudge against them. Similarly, one research published in Neuroscience and Biobehavioral Review states that dogs would not accept treats from somebody who refuses to assist their owner with duties. Other studies have demonstrated that dogs can detect chemical changes in people's scents that suggest evil intentions, indicating to the dog that the individual is a bad person. Not only that, but when a human is furious, their brain chemistry changes, which dogs can detect, signaling them to see the individual as a threat. Number 8, where you've been. What if we tell you that your dog knows if you are out for a walk without it? Through our senses, we understand and discover the world around us. Dogs have a keen sense of smell and hearing more than humans, so they live in a different environment. Dogs have far more scent receptors than humans. A receptor is a portion of the nose that detects each distinct smell particle. Dogs also have a larger surface area in their nostrils that humans have and are better at pushing air through their noses. You may notice this for yourself if you observe a dog sniffing. They have a better probability of picking up odors if more air goes through their nose. The distance that dogs can sense is determined by various factors, including the wind and the type of scent. They have been observed to smell things or individuals as far as 20 kilometers distance under ideal conditions. You might be surprised to learn that dogs are not the only exceptional smellers. Carnivora is the scientific family to which dogs belong. Cats, bears, and skunks are all examples of this. These creatures also have extraordinary senses of smell, and bears have some of the most acute senses of smell in the animal kingdom. Number 7, when you might have cancer. One could train dogs to recognize volatile organic compounds in the human body, which can aid in the early diagnosis of diseases like cancer. A trained dog's nose may identify lung cancer on someone's breath, pinpoint the site of a breast tumor, or identify bladder or prostate cancer from urine with 90% or more accuracy. A dog's nose can detect variations in blood sugar and ketone levels in diabetics, as well as when somebody with epilepsy is going to have a seizure. It's incredible, right? So if your dog appears to be paying closer attention to a particular portion of your body than typically, it may be the time to listen to your canine buddy and have it looked down. Number 6, when you're on your way home. While there hasn't been much research on how dogs can tell when their owners are coming home, there are a few possibilities based on associative learning and dog sensitivity to environmental signals. A dog, for example, can learn to recognize the sound of a particular automobile and predict the coming of the person associated with that vehicle. It has been discovered that a specific sound is related to your return home. In other words, the automobile sound acts as a trigger, causing the dog's traditional welcome behavior, standing at the door, jumping around in a circle, and so on to begin. Number 5, when you've had a dispute with your partner. Dogs can tell if you are fighting or arguing with somebody, especially while others are around. You can tell when anything is wrong with your dog because dogs will exhibit some fundamental indicators when they detect destructive emotions. Perhaps you're having a heated fight with your spouse and the talk has become too loud or someone has begun to weep. Your dog may approach you and try to snuggle with you, sleep close to you, or simply sit next to you and see what's wrong and help relieve you. Dogs will also approach the furious person and paw them or attempt to lick their cheek, leg, or arm. When they sense that something is wrong, some dogs may try to break up a quarrel or dispute. They may attempt to bring you their favorite toy for you to play with. Some dogs may also take your possessions if they know you'll leave the quarrel you're having for a moment to hunt them down. They also exhibit indications of agitation on their own. Barking, whimpering, whining, being unable to get comfortable, pacing, tucking their tail between their legs, drooping their ears, and hiding are all signs that your dog is anxious. Number 4, when you need security. A dog will reward you as a member of its family in the same way that you consider it a member of yours. Dogs grow up knowing you and being accustomed to your presence. Dogs are not fond of individuals who appear to be a danger to their families for this reason. Protectiveness originates from a dog's wolf ancestors and decades of breeding, so dogs immediately recognize when a human kid requires assistance. Dogs are also brilliant and know that their owner takes excellent care of them. It is only natural for a well-treated dog to return the favor by protecting his master's safety. If you have a dog from an abusive family, you may discover that he is overly protective. As we mentioned, dogs are intelligent and are well aware of their horrific treatments in the past. When a dog comes into new settings with a new owner who properly feeds him, pets him, and is friendly, the dog will naturally seek to repay this compassion. An owner might also foster this protective behavior by encouraging it. Just be careful not to overprotect your pet. Number 3, you have a thing for those puppy dog eyes. According to research, when we establish eye contact with someone, our body produces the hormone oxytocin. So there's a reason why dogs look at us with affection when they want something. It works. A recent study discovered that dogs use their puppy eyes to tug at our emotional heartstrings. When they are being observed, they lift their brows, making their eyes appear more prominent and make other facial gestures. When owners glanced at their pets, one of the most common expressions noticed by dog specialists was puppy eyes. However, our manipulative, four-legged friends do not reply with more extraordinary facial emotions when they get good food, suggesting that they modify facial expressions to communicate rather than merely to be delighted. Because puppy dog eyes closely imitate grief in people, they may make us more empathic, or just because their eyes seem to be more infant-like, they may appeal to our inclination for childlike features. Regardless, it is difficult for us not to respond. Number 2, what you intend to do. Our furry friends can tell whether someone is a good or an awful person. Your canine can sometimes not understand a person's moral judgments, but it can detect tension, fear, fury, and danger. Dogs notice details about humans that other humans are unaware of. Dogs can see when someone is furious because they look away during a discussion, have rigid muscles, or start sweating. They use their excellent sense of smell and exceptional ability to interpret body language to help them decide how to respond to others. Many animals have trouble distinguishing between distinct species' facial expressions. On the other hand, dogs can interpret human facial emotions effectively. They examine every element of our faces to foretell our activities. They can even identify whether a person is threatening or not by looking at their eyes. Dogs react differently to different moods depending on their breed and kind. Dogs may bark, leap up, or expose their teeth in response to a threat. They will wrinkle their brows and maintain a firm watch on the possible danger. When a dog detects a good human, his face becomes calmer. His mouth will be open and his tongue may be sticking out from it. It'll have a relaxed mood and his tail can most likely wag. Safe dogs are happy dogs. Number 1, when you don't feel good. We've all experienced that horrible sickness or illness that knocked us off our feet, and some of us have an additional healing help on hand, our dogs. Dogs have various distinct ways of determining whether or not a person is unwell. One of those methods is through their incredible olfactory talents, or more accurately, their remarkable sense of smell. Certain breeds of dog can even have up to 40 to 50 times the number of scent receptors as humans, making their scent 100,000 times more excellent. When a person becomes ill, their hormone levels change, and a dog's keen snout may be possible to perceive these small changes, alerting them to the fact that we are sick. They can smell and detect changes in our hormones like oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin. These hormones frequently drop when we are sick, and our dogs are generally the first to notice. It can explain why many dogs have been observed curling up next to an unwell or unhappy owner. Many times, providing comfort and physical touch will raise such happy hormones, and your dog probably feels that its presence boosts your enjoyment and as a result makes you feel better. Moreover, happiness is infectious, so your pet feels thrilled for lifting your spirits. So, which of these points surprised you the most? Share it with us in the comments section. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and ring the bell to never miss a video. Thanks for watching.